200 years ago, a great scholar named Friedrich Schleiermacher, and that is his name, wrote a book about Christmas Eve. In the book, a group of friends discussed the meaning of Christmas. Some of them were skeptics who worried that Christmas was getting too religious. Others said that Christmas is simply about the beauty of the traditions, the decoration, and music. The last person to speak in the dialogue is probably the author himself. He invited his friends that night to put aside their doubts. He urged them to receive the gift of Christmas as a child does, in simple faith. The gospel story, the church's traditions, the music, the food, gifts, and laughter of Christmas Eve all flow from the blessing of the child born in Bethlehem. Without the story of the first Christmas, there would be no candles tonight, no joyous music, no hot coffee or cedar garlands. It is the story of Bethlehem's child that touches our hearts and renews our spirits. Yes, Christmas is for children, including the child in each of us. Schleiermacher wrote, "To me today all men are children, and for that very reason they are only the dearer to me. The solemn wrinkles are for once smoothed away. Years and cares do not stand written on their brow. The eye sparkles and lives again, and in them all is the presentiment of a beautiful and gracious existence. To my own delight, I have also myself become a child. As a child quenches his childish pain and suppresses sighs and draws in tears when a childish joy is communicated to him, so to me today, the long, deep, imperishable pain of life is soothed as never before. I feel myself at home and, as it were, born new to a better world in which pain and sorrow have no more a meaning nor a place," unquote. I've had the joy and privilege to travel to many places. I have seen countless beautiful things. But I think one of the most beautiful things in the world is this candlelight service here at Home Church tonight. As I stand here looking out on the assembly, I see each of your faces illuminated by the candle in your hand. Your faces were once in shadow, and suddenly they become light. Every face in the room is glowing, and your eyes are sparkling. Each of us in our own way is sitting beside the manger with Mary, Joseph, and the shepherds, pondering in our hearts the glad tidings the angels told. No matter how many years we have lived, we are all like children again, delighting in this moment of sacred joy. And to make it even better, the gift of your light is shared with everyone in the room. This whole sanctuary is illuminated by you. So please just take a moment and look around you and take in this heavenly light. In the church I grew up in, it was the custom for older children to light the Advent candles each of the 4 Sundays before Christmas. We had to walk down the center aisle of the sanctuary holding a lit candle that would light the big candles in front of the church. You might imagine how scary it was when you were about 8 years old and doing this for the first time, people entrusting you with a lit candle. It was scary to carry a flaming candle, but we children knew that this was a rite of passage, a sign we were growing up and could be trusted during an important moment in worship. I remember walking very slowly down that long church aisle while everyone stood and sang. As instructed, I cupped my hand in front of my candle to keep it from blowing out from the air as I walked. From the front, you couldn't see the candle I was holding because of my protective left hand. But I could see the flame, and everyone could see my face illuminated just as yours is now. But my first year, things did not go as rehearsed. When I got to the front of the church and stretched to light the tall Advent candle, I moved away too soon. The tiny flame on the candle winked out. Smoke rose from the wick, and every eye on the church was on that smoldering wick. I'd walked all that way and failed at the last moment. But all I had to do was take a deep breath, turn around, and light the candle again. And this time, wait until the flame was strong. So why am I telling you all this story from my childhood? Because I think it tells us something important about our spiritual lives. There are times we feel the warmth and light of God's mercy on our hearts, times when we truly believe that we can be lights in the world. But as Elton John sang, sometimes our lives are like a candle in the wind. Sometimes the storms of life threaten to blow out our light. My message for tonight is this: it's okay to protect your light when the winds of the world buffet you, or when you have to run for shelter from the storm. It's okay to cup your hand around that flame of your faith to keep it lit. Know this, though, it still brings light to the world. Reflecting off your own face, others will see your face glowing with faith, love, and hope as you face those challenges. And if, for any reason, your candle goes out and your wick is smoldering, don't despair. Let someone share their light with you and relight your candle. When darkness threatens to overwhelm you, don't be afraid to turn around and ask for someone for help. Tonight, we are all bathed in light because everyone is willing to share that light. We are living examples of what the Gospel of John tells us. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not and will not overcome it. And now let us stand and sing our final hymn, Christ the Lord most glorious, now is born, oh shout aloud.